Okay, let's begin. Prime Minister Modi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I offer my warmest welcome to Prime Minister Modi and his delegation once again. He last visited us in 2015 when we signed the strategic partnership to commemorate 50 years of diplomatic relations. Since then, I've visited Delhi twice and last met the Prime Minister during the Republic Day celebrations this January. The Prime Minister and I are happy to report that we've made significant progress in our strategic partnership. First, we have concluded the second review of the Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement, or CECA. I'd like to thank Prime Minister Modi for his very strong support and personal attention and interest in this project. It shows that our economic ties are substantial and that we want to do more together. Since we signed the CECA in 2004, our bilateral trade has more than doubled from 12 billion Sing dollars now to 25 billion Sing dollars. Singapore is now the second largest investor in India, with a cumulative FDI from the year 2000 to 2016 at 36 billion Singapore dollars. And there are some major specific investments that have taken place. For example, PSA in Mumbai Port, Semcorp has power plants in India, and Ascender Singh Bridge has IT parks in Bangalore and Hyderabad and other places. Secondly, our defense ties have strengthened. Our navies have signed an agreement today, exchanged an agreement today on logistics cooperation. We will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the annual Singapore-India Maritime Bilateral Exercise, or SIMBEX, this year. Thirdly, we are collaborating on technology, smart cities, and skills development, both at the national and the state level. We've completed two projects that arose from the Prime Minister's last visit. One, the training of 100 Indian officials by the Centre for Livable Cities. And secondly, the Northeast Skills Centre at Guwahati, Assam, which is a third skills centre in India, which will be operational later this year. The Andhra Pradesh Capital City project at Amaravati is also progressing well, with Singapore Consortium ready to begin development of the city. Recently, we launched the Maharashtra-Singapore Joint Committee to explore economic cooperation, including city and airport planning and development in Pune. The Prime Minister and I also agreed that fintech can be another key pillar of our strategic partnership. Digital India and the successful implementation of Aadhaar across India offers tremendous potential to develop fintech services. India is a significant market for Singapore fintech companies, while Singapore, which is a global fintech hub, can be a gateway for India to enter the Southeast Asian market. Yesterday, we visited some of the startup companies at the business event at Marina Bay Sands, and several of them were doing fintech projects, which have considerable promise. So we agreed to establish a joint working group on fintech to support this effort. And we've launched an initial link for our payment systems between NETS and RuPay. I think the Prime Minister launched it yesterday. And many Indian tourists will be able to use their RuPay cards for e-payments at Changi Airport and at selected operators across Singapore. Both sides are also discussing how Singapore can help to internationalize what's called the India Stack, to help other countries explore digital identity solutions. That means the technologies, the systems which India has built, like Aadhaar, which can be used, put together, and made into a platform for developing new services and new capabilities. Today, we've witnessed the exchange of several other agreements on public administration, cybersecurity, and also on combating drug trafficking. And we discussed further possibilities for enhancing our cooperation in our meeting this morning. The Prime Minister and I discussed the possibility of expanding our air services agreement and agreed that we should start talking about a new revised air services agreement because the traffic growth has been very strong. Last year, more than 4 million passengers traveled between the two countries, and this year the growth has continued strong and has gone up another 14% in the first quarter. So an upgrade of this agreement will boost the business and tourism sectors and bring our two peoples closer together. I would also like to thank Prime Minister Modi for accepting my invitation to be the keynote speaker at the Shangri-La Dialogue this year. He will be the first Indian Prime Minister to speak at this forum, and it demonstrates his commitment to engage the region under the Act East policy. And we all look forward to hearing his speech this evening. I also appreciate the Prime Minister's personal attention to India's engagement with ASEAN. I am honored to have attended the ASEAN-India Commemorative Summit and the Republic Day celebrations together with other ASEAN leaders in New Delhi in January. Singapore, as the current chair of ASEAN, will work with India to continue strengthening the regional architecture and in particular to concluding the RCEP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. So I look forward to welcoming PM Modi back to Singapore in November for the ASEAN meetings and the East Asia Summit, and to continue working with him to further deepen our cooperation both bilaterally and regionally. Thank you.
His Excellency Pradhanmantri Hsien Loong, distinguished delegates, members of the media, सबसे पहले मैं प्रधानमंत्री ली का आभार प्रकट करता हूं उनके आतिथ्य और सौहार्द के लिए। भारत के साथ संबंधों को मजबूत करने के प्रति उनकी सतत चेष्टा के लिए और निजी मित्रता के लिए भी भारत सिंगापुर के संबंध सच्चे अर्थों में सामरिक साझेदारी की कसौटी पर खरे उतरे हैं। हमारे संबंधों में कोई असहजता नहीं है, बल्कि केवल गर्मजोशी और सौहार्द और विश्वास है। आज की हमारी बातचीत में प्रधानमंत्री ली और मैंने साथ मिलकर हमारे द्विपक्षीय संबंधों में प्रगति को रिव्यू किया और भविष्य के रोडमैप के बारे में चर्चा की।
His Excellency Prime Minister Hsien Loong, distinguished delegates, members of the media. First of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to Prime Minister Lee for the warm welcome and the hospitality extended to me and to my delegation. Also, I'd like to express my gratitude that for strengthening relations with India, he has always made untiring efforts. And also, I would like to thank him for his personal friendship. I have to say that relations between India and Singapore, from the strategic point of view, have stood the test of time. Our relations are smooth, and they are marked by warmth, cordiality, and trust. In our discussions today, Prime Minister Lee and myself together, we not only reviewed the progress made in our bilateral relations, but we also discussed how to take these forward in the future.
मुझे विशेष रूप से हमारे कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन एग्रीमेंट के तीसरे रिव्यू के पूरा होने पर प्रसन्नता है, लेकिन हम दोनों इस बात पर सहमत हैं कि दूसरा रिव्यू हमारी मंजिल नहीं है, एक पड़ाव मात्र है। हमारे अधिकारी शीघ्र ही इस समझौते को और अपग्रेड करने पर सुधारने के लिए चर्चा शुरू करेंगे।
I especially would like to express my happiness that we have been able to conclude successfully the second review of the Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. But both Prime Minister Lee and myself, we agreed that this is not just our target and our goal, but this is only a means to an end. and officials on both the sides will soon start discussing this agreement, how to upgrade it further and reform it, and these discussions will commence soon.
भारत के लिए सिंगापुर फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट का एक महत्वपूर्ण स्रोत है और भारत से विदेशों में होने वाले निवेश के लिए हमारा शीर्ष डेस्टिनेशन है। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि भारतीय कंपनियां सिंगापुर का उपयोग आसियान क्षेत्र एवं अन्य देशों के लिए स्प्रिंग बोर्ड के रूप में करती हैं। सिंगापुर की कंपनियों द्वारा भारत में निवेश बढ़ रहा है। भारत की उन्नति सिंगापुर के उसके महत्वपूर्ण क्षेत्रों में अतुलनीय अवसर प्रदान करती है। कल शाम सिंगापुर की महत्वपूर्ण कंपनियों के सीईओज के साथ राउंड टेबल पर मुझे भारत के प्रति उनके विश्वास को देखकर बहुत ही प्रसन्नता हुई।
For India, Singapore has always been a source of foreign direct investments and also investments in foreign countries. For Indian investments abroad, it has also been a favorite destination. I'm also happy to note that Indian companies use Singapore as a springboard, not only for this country, but for the entire ASEAN region. And for Singapore, for Singaporean companies, as India progresses and develops, there are immense possibilities and opportunities that are coming up in important sectors. Last evening, I had a roundtable discussion with the CEOs of both the countries, and I'm very happy to note the level of trust and confidence that the Singaporean companies and CEOs have in India.
भारत और सिंगापुर के बीच एयर ट्रैफिक तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। दोनों पक्ष शीघ्र ही द्विपक्षीय एयर सर्विसेज एग्रीमेंट की समीक्षा शुरू करेंगे। हम दोनों ही अपने डिजिटल पार्टनरशिप के शुरू होने से बहुत ही प्रसन्न हैं। यह असीमित संभावनाओं के साथ प्राकृतिक भागीदारी का क्षेत्र है। रुपे, भीम और यूपीआई आधारित रेमिटेंस ऐप का सिंगापुर में कल शाम अंतर्राष्ट्रीय लॉन्च डिजिटल इंडिया तथा हमारी भागीदारी की नवीनता की भावना को दर्शाता है।
The air traffic between India and Singapore is increasing and growing rapidly, and soon both the sides will be reviewing the air services agreement. Also, both of us, both Prime Minister Lee and I, we were happy to launch the digital partnership between the two countries. This is not only a natural area for both the countries to cooperate, but also a very important area that brings us together. Yesterday, we saw the international launch of the RuPay debit card, the Bheem app, and the UPI-based remittance system. This also shows the novelty in partnership between the two countries.
डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत भारत में हम एक डेटा सेंटर पॉलिसी बनाएंगे। आज मैं नानयांग टेक्नोलॉजी यूनिवर्सिटी में अनेक समझौते होते हुए देखूंगा जो कि उच्च शिक्षा, साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी इनोवेशन में हमारे सहयोग को और बढ़ाएंगे।
As under the Digital India initiative, we are moving towards a data center policy, and later today in the Nanyang Technical University, I will witness the exchange of agreements, many agreements that have been signed in areas such as higher education, science and technology and innovation, which will further deepen and strengthen our relations.
Skill development, planning, और शहरी विकास के क्षेत्रों में हमारे सहयोग में अच्छी प्रगति हुई है। हमने भारत के 115 एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में पानी के लिए नई पहल की शुरुआत देखी है। आज और कल हमने जो एग्रीमेंट किए हैं वे इस सहयोग को एक नए स्तर पर ले जाएंगे।
In the areas of skill development, planning, urban development, we are further increasing our cooperation, and there has been good progress that has been made. In 115 aspirational districts of India, we saw recently the launch of a new initiative, and in the agreements that were signed yesterday and today, this cooperation will be taken to newer heights.
ये ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों सहित भारत के युवाओं को अंततः लाभ पहुंचाएंगे। हमने अपनी सामरिक साझेदारी में डिफेंस और सिक्योरिटी के महत्व पर जोर दिया है। इन संबंधों में लगातार वृद्धि का हम स्वागत करते हैं। सिम्बेक्स के 25वें वर्ष पर मैं भारत और सिंगापुर की नौसेनाओं को बधाई देता हूं। शीघ्र ही हम त्रिपक्षीय नौसैनिक अभ्यास भी शुरू करेंगे।
This initiative will not only benefit our rural areas but also our youth. In our strategic partnership, we have laid emphasis on defense and security, and these relations are also increasing, which we welcomed. I would like to congratulate the navies of India and Singapore for having completed 25 years of the SIMBEX exercise. Soon we will be starting tripartite exercises.
बार बार होने वाले अभ्यासों तथा नौसैनिक सहयोग को ध्यान में रखते हुए नौसेनाओं के बीच लॉजिस्टिक एग्रीमेंट संपन्न होने का भी मैं स्वागत करता हूं।
These exercises joint exercises that take place between our navies and the kind of cooperation, naval cooperation that exists, I also welcome this agreement on logistics that has been signed between the two navies.
आने वाले समय में साइबर सिक्योरिटी और अतिवादी तथा आतंकवाद से निपटना हमारे सहयोग के महत्वपूर्ण क्षेत्र होंगे। हम इन्हें अपने देशों के लिए सबसे बड़े खतरों में मानते हैं।
In the coming times, areas such as cyber security and to fight together extremism and terrorism, these are emerging as very important areas, given that both our countries feel that this poses today the biggest threat.
प्रधानमंत्री ली और मैंने वैश्विक और क्षेत्रीय चुनौतियों पर अपनी चिंताओं को साझा किया। हम दोनों ने मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी पर अपने सैद्धांतिक विचारों की पुनः पुष्टि की और रूल्स बेस्ड ऑर्डर के प्रति अपनी प्रतिबद्धता दिखाई है।
Prime Minister Lee and myself, we discussed both the global as well as regional challenges, and we shared our points of view. We also reiterated our principled stand as far as maritime security is concerned and our commitment to a rules-based order.
हमने खुले, स्थिर और उचित अंतर्राष्ट्रीय ट्रेड रिजिम को बनाए रखने की जरूरत पर भी सहमति व्यक्त की है।
We also agreed for having an open, fair and transparent maritime trade and agreement in this area.
मैंने आसियान के नेतृत्व वाले संस्थानों के माध्यम सहित आसियान यूनिटी के महत्व, उसकी केंद्रीयता व क्षेत्रीय स्थिरता को बढ़ाने की महत्व पर भी जोर दिया है।
I also emphasized the various institutions of the ASEAN unity, the centrality of ASEAN for regional stability.
मैंने आरसेप समझौते के शीघ्र होने के लिए भारत की दृढ़ प्रतिबद्धता के बारे में भी बताया तथा उचित, संतुलित तथा व्यापक एग्रीमेंट की आशा व्यक्त की।
As far as the RCEP agreement is concerned, I reiterated our commitment for a speedy conclusion of the negotiations and to have a balanced, comprehensive and a fair agreement.
आज शाम शांग्री-ला डायलॉग में मैं इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र में शांति और समृद्धि के प्रति भारत के दृष्टिकोण को यह अभिव्यक्त करना चाहता हूं।
This evening at the Shangri-La Dialogue, I will put forth our point of view as far as peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region are concerned.
सांग्रीला डायलॉग में निमंत्रण के लिए मैं प्रधानमंत्री ली को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं।
For this invitation to address the Shangri-La Dialogue, I would like to thank Prime Minister Lee.
मैंने प्रधानमंत्री ली और उनकी पूरी टीम को सफलतापूर्वक लीडरशिप ट्रांजिशन के लिए अपनी शुभकामनाएं दी।
I also conveyed my best wishes for the leadership transition to Prime Minister Lee and his entire team.
मैं जानता हूं कि सिंगापुर के नए नेता अपनी शानदार विरासत को जारी रखेंगे और इस महान देश को जन सेवा की उसी भावना तथा परंपरा के साथ आगे ले जाएंगे।
I know that the new leaders of Singapore will respect the rich heritage of this great country and the tradition of always putting importance on public service to the people.
धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the joint press conference. His Excellency Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Lee